The time has come. Episode 100 of Dragon Ball Super is a few days away, and we're going to break it down here. A lot of folks did not think Super was going to get to this milestone, I guess, of 100 episodes, but the popularity of Dragon Ball has pushed it through. So, yeah, I'm excited to talk about this episode. This preview is so jam-packed with stuff. We have a lot to discuss, like I said before. I say it every week, not gonna lie. There's always fun stuff to discuss about Super, and next week's episode looks to be quite the eventful episode. So let's just get right into it. I mean, why waste any time? Let's go ahead and knock this out. A lot of stuff going on, so let's do it. Here we go. So here we have a, as of right now, unnamed fighter. He's got kind of a weird, wacky looking mouth that looks like a female genitalia in a weird way. That's all I'm going to say about that. But anyways, this guy, I think he might be from Universe. I've seen the chart and I forget what universe he's from. He might be from Universe 3. But it looks like he's squaring off one-on-one with Kale, which I'm going to show you guys right here. You know, there's Kale. She takes a big shot to the stomach right here. I don't think this is her powering up. I think it's her taking a big shot to the stomach, because the thing about Kale is when she's in her base form, her timid form, I guess you can say, she ain't nothing. She's got to get Berserk and Rage in order to explode. And this dude right here looks like he's going to be pounding her in this episode. You know, there we see, I can't tell who that is from the pink slime there. It could be the sumo guy. I can't even really tell. Napapa. But it looks like she's getting knocked around. Now, Goku says here, at last, Saiyans are clashing. I think a lot of this episode is going to be a big rumble between the Saiyans. We're going to have Goku. We're going to have Vegeta. Probably Gohan. We're going to have Kale. We're going to have Khalifa. We're going to have Kaaba as well. And there are some very interesting questions that have been answered here in this next episode preview. Let me show you what I'm talking about here. I love that shot here, zooming in on Goku, the fist clashing. This is, of course, Goku and Caulifla. So, Goku versus Caulifla is going to happen in episode 100 of Super. And there's Goku blocking a shot. Now, this is the answered question right here. Goku says Caulifla's Super Saiyan 2 power is unbelievable. So, we have been talking about this for quite some time. I did a video a while back where I asked you guys over on the Facebook group. Some of you guys are there. Check me out, facebook.com/geekdom101. Sometimes I'll do little discussions with you guys about this and make it into a video. So I asked you guys, I said, okay, is Caulifla Super Saiyan 2 or not? And it was very divided. Nobody really went one direction or another as far as a final conclusion. Half the people said yes, half the people said no. Well, now we do have confirmation that Caulifla does indeed have Super Saiyan 2. I know that might bother some people. I understand why it would, because she's a new character and her getting that kind of power seems a bit too sudden. However, understand that Universe 6 Saiyans evolved differently from Universe 7 Saiyans. That was stated explicitly in the series, and thus you could come to the conclusion that the Universe 6 Saiyans have more potential to get stronger, you know, at an earlier rate in their life. No different than Goten and Trunks, how they were able to achieve Super Saiyan forms as little kids. I think the same principle applies here. So it doesn't really bother me. It does not bother me that Khalifa is able to do SS2 already, even though if it does bother you, I do understand. Trust me, I get it. I'm not going to let it ruin the show for me. It's just something that, you know, their explanation might not be that great, but I'm going to go with it. All right, Universe 6 Saiyans have potential. We see that with Kaaba. So it's confirmed that Khalifa can at least go up to 2. We know that for sure. And here we see Goku and Khalifa going at it right here. She gets knocked away into a rock. It looks like there's going to be some damage. There's going to be some battle damage looking in the stadium. It's not just going to be a flat surface here. There's going to be some rocks. He nails her. I can't wait to see Goku fight Khalifa. I can't wait to see it. Some good, you know, female versus male action. We don't see that too much in Super. Usually with 18 and things like that. That's why we see it mostly in Goku versus Chichi. Goku fighting a girl for the first time in quite some time. Since what? When was the last time he fought a girl? Was it Chichi? I'm trying to think here. He didn't fight Zangya. He didn't fight Videl. He didn't fight 18. Yeah, he had the heart disease, heart virus. So I think it might have been Chichi, actually. So there you go. I don't remember another movie where he might have fought a girl. So yeah, there you go. First time in a long time. Very cool. And she's holding her own. And now here we have 17, looks like you can see right here, fighting against this mysterious blue-haired guy who we don't know his name yet. At least I don't remember his name. He's doing a good job. Here we have the T-Rex looking guy from the Pride Troopers in action. And Goku says, Kale's really powered up too. What energy? Now, if you've been reading the spoilers for this episode, you kind of have an idea of what's going to happen. I'm not going to get into everything, but I will say that, you know, we know that Kale has that hidden power, which is being referred to as Super Saiyan Berserk by the action figures. It's basically the Dragon Ball Super, I guess you can say, homage. I love using that word, homage, to the legendary Super Saiyan form. It's not exactly the same thing, but it's like Kale's version, you know what I mean? So that's pretty much what it is. It's obviously, we talked about this a million times, it's an homage for the Broly fans. It's just a little wink wink. Super does stuff like that. It's Dragon Ball, don't overthink it. And here we have Kaaba facing off against Vegeta. Now this is very interesting right here. Very interesting. So we've got this, you know, decayed arena here. There's rocks everywhere, so this thing's going to get destroyed. Over here we got fights going on in the background. Looks like they're jumping up in the sky with that dark background, very creepy looking. And we have Vegeta versus Cabba. Now, the fact that Vegeta looks to be having trouble against Cabba is very interesting. Now, I don't want to write this off yet. One of the problems we have in our community is that people sometimes jump to conclusions and they get mad before they see the episode. So let's not do that right here. Like, for real, let's just chill out for a second. The idea of Cabba versus Vegeta and Cabba beating Vegeta is going to piss off some people, but remember how well Cabba did against him before. So, obviously, Cabba's Super Saiyan with the gold form can compete with Vegeta, or at least it could back then, but we know that he can't screw around with Blue. Now, again, just like with the Khalifa thing, that might bother you, and it's fine if it does. You have a right to your opinion, as we all do. I just think we should wait and see where this goes. I do like the idea, though, that Vegeta fights Cabba and then realizes that this dude has actually been getting a lot better than he was before. I like that idea that this Cabba is not the same one as before. He is now a seasoned vet who has trained more. I like that. Or maybe this could be Vegeta teaching Cabba more stuff. The idea of Goku and Vegeta taking Khalifa, Cabba, and Kale under their wing for a future arc, that sounds cool to me. I would like to see that. I feel bad for Goten and Trunks being left out, but whatever. You know, out with the old, in with the new. I hate to say it, but there you go. And here we have Hit. Now, interesting. This is a very interesting line right here. Goku talks about Kale's transformation. He says, is that a Saiyan's true form? He's just speculating. We don't know much about that Berserk form yet, but I guess this is going to be another homage to the legendary Super Saiyan transformation because, you know, it was implied in the Broly movies that that's kind of the original transformation, but that Broly is, of course, a mutant, and he's the only one who can really do it. Now, that was only in the movie. Obviously, in the series, the manga, and the anime, Goku is referred to as the legendary Super Saiyan, and then if you take, you know, episode of Bardock, he was the first one. So there's a lot of different, there's tons of different, like, arguments about who really is that, but I do like the concept that there's a Saiyan transformation that existed way back that was forgotten and lost in time, maybe in Universe 6 exclusively. I like that idea a lot, even though I tend to think that the original Saiyan transformation is the Great Ape, right? That's what you would think. I'm not going to look too much into it yet. Let's wait till the episode airs. We may get more of an explanation, but also don't hold your breath because, like, don't hold your breath because it looks like with Dragon Ball Super, like Super Saiyan Rage, I had a brain fart there, so my bad. With Super Saiyan Rage, the Trunks form, we never got a real explanation on that, so we might not get one here. I'm not going to BS you guys, we might not get one, but I think we should still wait and see what happens. Here we have Hit, of course, and it's implied, because we see Jiren in the next shot, that Hit will fight Jiren. I don't think we're going to get that in this episode. I don't think we are. I think it's two separate shots, but I do think at some point in this tournament, my prediction, that Jiren will indeed fight Hit, and that Jiren will eliminate Hit because they got to get the new guy over by knocking out the old guy. It's typical, classic booking Dragon Ball storytelling. Remember, Trunks killed Frieza in the DBZ series to make him look good. And then he tells Goku, well, this was impressive. I killed Frieza, the guy who he has trouble against, but we got these androids coming up. See, that's the whole way you write a story, is the next villain has to job out to the previous villain. And then in this case, it was Trunks beating the previous villain and talking about the new villain who jobbed him out. Same thing here. Same concept here. And I think it's going to happen, just not this week. I don't think Jiren and Hit's going to happen until later on. And here we have There she is, man. There we have Kale unleashing her, hellfire and brimstone, as Jim Ross would say. And we know from the spoilers that she gets mad at Goku for some reason. I'm not really sure why, but I love how Goku says, awesome, I'm going to let out even more power. So, looks like Goku is going to be fighting against Kale, or at least it's implied he's going to be fighting against Kale here, and I do like this idea of we're going to see Kale rage out. There's a clip coming up here that really popped me right here. Hold on. She's getting pissed. Here is the green thing. We've seen Broly do that. Now, I want to talk about this shot here for just a moment. There's some pretty important things here. So we have up on this hill, in a very Dragon Ball Z, movie 10, which was Broly's second coming, very Dragon Ball Z-ass shot here of Kale up on that, like, pier, that like, little mountain thing. Reminds me of that. This is such an homage to Broly, it's not even funny. But over here, this character, I want to put your focus on this character right here. We have not seen this character yet. This is a character we have not seen. It could be Daemon, the character that we found out was in Universe 4, that was the Kaaba bug guy or whatever, but I'm not sure. But this character right here, we have not seen him yet. This is our first look at him, and I'm curious about where that's going to go, because he's one of the hidden characters. I don't remember seeing him. Interesting. Very interesting. Let's keep going here. Okay, right there. Like, tons of energy going everywhere, exploding. I love it. I think, and I've talked about this before, dudes are getting thrown out of this freaking thing. Dudes are getting tossed out left and right, and I think these ki blasts are going to really put a lot of pressure and throw out a lot of people. That's awesome. That shot right there is awesome. Just Kale exploding and doing this. I can't wait to see it. I cannot wait for next week's episode. They are going all out with episode 100 of Super. They're really giving us a big, I think, a big meaty episode with a lot of stuff happening. And there's Kale powering up. Some people have thought that she might be going to Super Saiyan 3. I don't think so. I don't think so. Maybe she wants to learn. Maybe Goku's going to go through all the transformations. I could totally see Goku showing her, like, hey, this is 1, this is 2, this is 3, etc. So, I don't think she's doing 3. She's probably doing 2 here. We know she can do 2. And there's Goku with the blue lightning and the couple bangs, so it's Super Saiyan 2. He says, out of control, the savage Berserker awakens, which is, of course, talking about Kale, the Berserker. I can't wait. And then she's marking out, which I think she's marking out. I think she's smiling because I think she's smiling because she's seeing blue for the first time, or at least Goku showing her the forms. And as we know from the episode spoilers, she wants to learn how to do Super Saiyan Blue. She doesn't do it. She wants to learn how to do it and get stronger. So Goku may take her under his wing later on if they survive this freaking thing. So that's pretty much it. That's all we got for you for this episode preview. Hope you guys enjoyed it, and I hope you leave comments down below and let me know what you think about this episode. Will Jiren fight Hit? Will Vegeta fight Cabba? Will Goku fight Khalifa? And will Goku fight Kale? Is all of this being crammed into one episode? 100 episodes of Dragon Ball Super. It's here. 100 episodes. I mean, what more can you say? And check out some of the other awesome content on the channel. Punch that subscribe button and press the bell to get notified of all the Dragon Ball videos I do. I don't just cover Super. I also cover classic Dragon Ball and Z and all that stuff and GT. The whole series, because I love this freaking show, and I have like 23 years of watching it now. 94. 23 years. It's a long time. Some of y'all weren't even born then. Anyways, I'll talk to y'all later. I hope you have a great rest of your day.